This is my country, the island of Jamaica. Jamaica is a very beautiful country located in the Caribbean Sea. It has endless sandy beaches, sparkling clear water, and lush green hills. That is what people tell me. My name is Nigel, and I have been blind since birth. In Jamaica, we say our flag is green for the land, yellow for the sun, and black for the hardship of the people. Life is very difficult for the people here. Thousands like me are blind or visually impaired, and many do not go to school or get medical care. We often suffer from terrible bullying and shame. I grew up in a small village, but there was no help for me there, and I could not go to school. My parents decided to send me here to the Salvation Army School for the Blind and Visually Impaired in the capital, Kingston. I was so scared to leave my home and travel to a big city when I was just 4 years old. But at the school, they loved me and looked after me. Little by little, a whole new world opened up for me. They taught me to read Braille and do things independently. They gave me a safe place where I could learn and grow and find my way in the world. Here at the school, they teach us to read and type Braille. There is a pool for swimming lessons. And we also have art and music classes. We are so grateful to the Salvation Army for all these great facilities. This school is the only one of its kind in Jamaica and home to nearly 200 others who are also blind or have visual impairments. Here, there is a primary school, a children's home, boarding for adults, and a Salvation Army Corps. In Jamaica, music is a big part of our culture, and at church we love to worship together every week. Now that I have completed primary school, I go to a public high school nearby and continue to board and be supported by the Salvation Army. When I finish school, I want to be a lawyer and prove that people with disabilities can still be successful. Without the Salvation Army, I would not have the freedom and opportunities I have today. I love to learn and explore and spend time with friends, but more than anything, I love to sing.
This little mountain, I'm gonna let it down. Oh, this little mountain, I'm gonna let it down. This little mountain, I'm gonna let it down, let it down, let it down, let it down.
Firstly, I want to say thank you for the help that you do give to overseas missions, particularly places like Jamaica and the School for the Blind, because without even the smallest donation and gift of Self-Denail, these kids that I've been working with for the last 3 years wouldn't have a hope. My prayer today is that you will give with an open and honest heart and feel proud that you've touched a life somewhere in the world.
My country, Myanmar, is located in Southeast Asia, bordered by China, Thailand, and India. Once known as Burma, We are long isolated from the rest of the world and ruled by military dictatorship. Myanmar has changed a lot recently and we fight for democracy and progression, but so many people remain very poor. My name is Self-Denail and I live in poor rural village, which is just across the Rangoon River, a short ferry ride from the capital. Many people outside the capital are very poor. We live off the land and planting what we can in the swampy ground. The water is our life, but dysentery, diarrhea, and other waterborne diseases regularly spread throughout the community and make us sick. I live in this bamboo hut with 2 of my children and their families. My husband left one day to look for work, but never returned. I was not able to find work to support myself, so I started selling my belongings, but it didn't help for long. I was not able to feed myself, let alone my family. I felt so useless and I could not afford to send the grandchildren to school. One day, I was at the village market struggling to sell my last few possessions when the local community worker from the Salvation Army saw me and invited me to be part of their self-help group. When I went along the Salvation Army group, they told me about their microfinance program. They give small loans to people like me so we can start business, and when these loans are repaid, we can borrow more. I was nervous at first, but applied for a small loan. With my first loan, I bought some goats to breed, then sold the kids at the market. After I paid back the first loan, I applied for a larger loan that I used to buy ducks. I have now paid back the second loan and my animals are breeding well. I sell the ducks and goats at the market and now make enough to pay for food and schooling for my grandchildren. I was able to save enough to plant a large vegetable garden and the ducks helped me with the weeding. I have a very busy and happy life now. I feel very proud to be able to support my family and send my grandchildren to school and no longer be a drain on the household. I have also made some great friends through the sport group. The Salvation Army has been a big blessing to my life and I cannot thank them enough.
We're so grateful to Salvationists worldwide who donate and support the Self-Denial appeal. As you can see from the video, it makes an incredible difference in the lives of people that we're able to reach through the various programs that we're operating. So I appeal to you this year, as you're watching the videos, as you're contemplating what God is saying to you, think about the reality that what you give makes a tremendous difference in the lives of people in places like Myanmar. Thank you for your support of the Self-Denial appeal. We ask you to give generously again this year. God bless you.
When I first arrived in Mumbai, I was completely overwhelmed. The streets were chaotic and crowded with people on bikes, selling, pushing and yelling. It was so different to my quiet life in my village, and I felt homesick. My name is Aruna, which means sunlight, but I felt stifled here. I grew up in a small village outside of Mumbai. I married a good man and had 3 beautiful children. We had a happy, simple life, but then he got sick and died. After 9 months, we ran out of money. We moved to Mumbai to stay with my sister, but it was so different to the world I knew. When I arrived, I found that my sister owned a brothel. She said I could live with her and work as a prostitute. She also suggested my daughter could start training at the brothel. I felt sick. I could not do that and let my children stay at such a place. But I had nowhere else to go. After this, I was walking through the streets of the red light district when a lady in uniform approached me. She was a community worker from the Salvation Army and took me to their Jeevan Asha center. Jeevan Asha means hope for life, and they were so kind and listened to my problems. They gave me food and a safe place for us to stay. They gave me a job as a cook at one of their shelters for homeless children and the children of sex workers. Then they gave me more work as a caretaker at another children's shelter where I now live with my children. My daughter now goes to school at the children's shelter where they provide homework help, food, and books for the girls of the red light district. My daughter loves to read and go to school. I'm so glad my children are getting an education, and I love to watch them learn. With my wages, I have been saving little by little so that one day I can purchase my own home and live independently. I love working for the Salvation Army, and my favorite part of my job is when I do home visits to bring women and children to the drop-in center, just like when I first came here. When I meet women who are trapped in prostitution, my heart breaks because I think of what could have become of me. Now when I do my job, I am working for the Lord. I hope to repay the Salvation Army by showing kindness to others. I believe that God has been with me on this journey. And now, when I walk the streets of Mumbai, I see the beauty in the colorful, organized chaos. It's the heartbeat of the city.
Well friends, now you have watched the film and now you come to know the needs of the community of our India Western Territory. Please donate generously to help these poor people of India Western Territory. May God bless you. Thank you.